It makes no sense to me. This was my place, that one there.
Too late now, it's already been on air.
You get waken up with shit like that, like think this you're stealing off them while you're asleep. Like.
That's the thing, like, here, you get cast with a view, and the second you get cast with that view, man, I'll tell you what, you even go to Marion. People know that we live at this block, they can just feel that energy.
Just got to hang around here for a little minute. Wait till I link up with Steve till Steve comes out, and we'll go give you an update on the block.
A partially abandoned public housing block in Adelaide South could be mistaken for a dump. Looters have trashed the units, stealing anything not bolted down. The remaining tenants terrified to go out at night.
Most residents were relocated over a month ago, though not everyone's been so lucky.
I only took the place because I had nowhere else to go.
What was once a safe and affordable place to live is now a feeding ground for antisocial behaviour and arsonists. Just last night, firefighters were called to a deliberately lit blaze at the property.
You don't want to go outside.
Rubbish scattered everywhere, and it's even worse on the inside. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's claimed nearly 2,000 public housing units are sitting empty in South Australia, while 15,000 people wait in desperation for a new home.
They don't want bar of it. They'd rather just kick us out and see us on the street.
Madison Stanley, 7 News.
That was quick.
Hey.
That was good timing.
What's going on?
Alrighty. Yeah, so I met Steve walking through Morphettville. He was just telling me about the block over here, so we're just gonna go suss it out. He been relocated and his whole joint's been ransacked. I had people hit me up months ago after the first EP telling me similar shit. So
It's just gonna spin you out, man, don't you? Like, you're on the right path when you're saying how the government know what they're doing by keeping certain people in certain classes like restricted like that, by putting them in there.
yeah.
Because there is no way in hell you can try and elevate your life being in a place like that.
Nah.
The second you do, you're either a target or you end up making mistakes like I did at first, inviting the wrong people in, and the second they see what you've got there, that's it, man. Like, you basically find your own death warrant, you know what I mean? You get really good people in amongst it.
Yep.
Like, there was a couple of families there that could barely speak any English, but like on a general basis, they were nicer than anyone else in there, other than the people I knew personally. And they couldn't even speak any English, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But every day they made effort. They seen you, that they put the energy in to say hello. And
Hello.
see how you're doing.
Positive energy and that.
And yeah, like there's only a certain amount you can increase how you like your standard of living here. And Oaklands Park has a 13% higher suicide ratio between the age of 16 and 21 than anywhere in SA. Anywhere in SA.
That's crazy.
Right, 13% higher than anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, and here, if you're a bloke and you got mental problems, you're a crackhead. You might have your own battles, you might have an addiction, but that addiction is to help you cope. I've seen all walks of life in here, man. Even through here, man. You see the rest of the block is dead. I've planted all of this greenery, all the shrubbery.
Oh, you were over here, were you?
Yeah, bro, I was number one.
Do you remember you would know from back in the day then?
About
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
No yeah, right.
Let's go, actually.
Yeah, because as soon as we pulled here and you said over there, I actually remember because you had all the outdoor garden bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bros.
Yeah, so all of this, it was all dead when I first moved in. There was fits, broken bits of glass, fucking shrapnels of metal laying all over the place. I planted this gum tree when I first moved in. Went to go move it when I shifted. It turns out it's gone straight through the pot and it's now rooted itself into one of the fucking,
yeah.
So, this is mine. This one here. And now look at it. Like, as you can tell, bro. Smashed windows, they've ransacked.
Clearly ransacked.
I haven't been here for nearly 2 weeks, that's all.
Fucking Jesus.
2 weeks, this is all done. And like, yeah, but what good? Like, it's the pieces of shit in here don't target other pieces of shit. They target good people, which is, it makes no sense to me. But yeah, so this was my place, that one there.
You know. Fucking Jesus, bro.
Yeah, man.
This is your whole life in here, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they took my kids' shit, they took everything, man. I've got like maybe 3 sets of clothes out of thousands of dollars worth. I've got 4 sets of shoes out of, I don't know, 30 plus pairs, man. But they've even chopped the power wires to scrap it off.
What the f?
Yeah, man.
That's something I used to notice through here back in the day, when it was like, you know, when it was popping and that. There used to be fancy symbols get sprayed up on the sides of the walls and shit.
And they literally only just revamped all of this probably about a couple of months ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And yet they're going to be demolishing them.
Yeah, knocking it down. Wasting money.
It's
Wasting resources and shit too.
Windows smashed. And now here.
Oh.
Some more stuff.
Turned into a chop shop out here, bro.
Yeah.
And you camped up out here, bros.
Hey? Yeah. Nothing better, like, it's better than being on the garden.
Were you living in the block here?
No, but I used to come and go for, like, I was living around here, like Steve remembers.
Yeah, bros. Yeah, bros. Yeah, bros.
Place, but like, yeah, I just got out of fucking, what's it called? I went from Vermont to LA, and I went to Moby, got out of Moby, and then I came this way, and yeah, just trying to make something out of something, or, you know, out of nothing. So, I don't know, just surviving, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
I mean, it's just kind of sad to see how everybody just crashed this whole.
Yeah,
It's
man.
100 units to go through, dude.
How's that been for your safety though, too, bro? Like, you've been fucking.
Oh, you're recording, Joe.
This doesn't have to go up, bros, if you don't want it.
I'm asking what's going on here. I'm just talking. What is it? He's just asking me questions like. Check
Yeah,
this out
bro.
on Google or YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, bro.
Alright. I just wish you caught us at like a better moment, because usually I got music playing and things are like a bit neater and things aren't thrown everywhere. It's just
Yeah.
so many disrespectful ones that come around and they just want to.
I was just saying on the thing before, as I was walking up, before I linked up with him, I was saying about what's going on here. And fucking now it's all been cleared out. You just got every Tom, Dick, Harry, half a brain coming out, fucking trashing a joint.
Well, you see, because we found some valuable stuff around the place, like for example me, what I'd rather do is like organise it and like put it together and make some use of it. Like it's
Yeah,
just
bro.
not just. You'd be surprised, dude. It's amazing how much people waste shit, and like some people shouldn't touch some certain things. Like that's fair enough, but yeah, I just set up my tent here. I got my laptop, blah blah blah. And I'm just a music.
Way too common at the moment too, bros, with everything going on.
I just do music, bro. That's me.
Yeah.
I got a piano in the shed over there. I go and play it sometimes. So.
Yeah, nice.
There's not much to do. Like I'm surprised he's putting on this on YouTube, but it'd be interesting to watch it.
Yeah, bro. Well, that's it. You know what I mean? This is foreign to some people. Some people just don't like. They've never seen nothing like this at all, ever. You know what I mean? And then it changes their perception.
The main thing that I find about places like this, man, is like on an average sense, people out there on the other side of the footpath, doesn't matter where they come from, whether it's on the other side of the street or fucking halfway across Adelaide, would not understand the adversity just in the 6 years that I've lived. There's 46 people above me, all fresh out of jail.
Yep.
All Oars, because that's an Oars place above me.
Yep.
Right? This one over here, that one up the top, that's another Oars one. Right? But they housed and pedals in that one. They had
hectic.
Yeah, man, and
That's why
so
some of the weird
Southern
shit
Junction down the other side. Another Oars. That one up there's Southern Junction. So remember how I was telling you about the fellas, the people who could barely speak English and all that.
Yeah.
So you'd have about 2 in each block over here. Right, so in each one you've got 2 neighbours that you could barely converse with.
Yep.
Right, and 9 times out of 10, you know, if you've got an arsehole living downstairs and you can barely speak English, there's going to be dramas eventually.
Yeah.
Right, the amount of times I've seen these poorer, like not the poorer, but the people who keep to themselves compared to myself being out in the world and trying to get that vibe going, they'd cop it sometimes more than anyone else.
Yep.
Because they're just normal. They're
Yeah,
straight edge.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%,
It's outside that
100%.
circle.
You know, for some people that are straight edge and don't do drugs, it's just it's a different world to them. They just
Yeah,
don't get it.
yeah,
Well,
100%.
you-
It's
Look
not,
at
I'm
it
not
this way.
recommending it. But
Yeah, no.
There's a,
no,
what,
yeah.
15-year to 20-year waiting list to get
Yeah,
a Category 1 house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, for the past, I'd say, better part of 2 years, I've had no one in that one, no one in that one.
Yeah, and that's what pisses me
Yep.
off. They used
No
to
one
say
in
to
the one
women
up
and
the
children,
top.
there's no fucking housing, and then
There's about...
But then
want to
there's
knock
like
this place
hundreds
down,
of
and you know what they're
empty
doing?
ones. Yeah, bro.
They're
Each one
private
of them.
contracting new stoves, new electricity,
Yep.
copper, doing all this new shit just to knock it all down because it makes them fucking money, and then mothers and kids don't get fucking housing.
100%.
Someone like me is on the street, like it's fucking stupid, man.
And the amount of times that the copper gets ripped off or the place
Oh,
gets kicked in
that's-
and
you know
they
what fucks me
revamp
off the
it,
most about this place?
but no one
Most
gets
of the
moved in.
copper's
Nobody gets
already
moved
done.
in. Yeah, bro.
Most of the pipes here are all fucked. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I know maybe two places. This place here and down there somewhere where you can use the water.
It's all fucking good, man. No copper, no copper. So all of them except for that one. In a way, but
depends.
most of the
Some of
people
them are
around here
fucked,
don't give a fuck, right? Most of the people around here have the sort of energy that there's cheap by yourself.
Yeah,
Oh, let's-
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
That,
yeah.
that's
I'm
what
not gonna
that's
say
the sort of
names,
energy
but
they have. Like I've
Yeah.
got a friend who lived in here for nearly 3 years, man, and the amount of dramas. Like I'm all the way over the other side of the block compared to her. Yeah, I'd let my puppy out. Next minute I hear all this yelling going down there, and no one else would be down there to sort it out. She used to work flat out, yeah. And it'd be 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Someone's out there with a grinder cutting up pieces of wood. A
Yeah.
grinder. You know what I mean? And she managed to still keep on pushing and persisting with her life. Yet, if she had only opened that door and started venturing out, the amount of drama and
Yeah.
situations that it would have put her in, would like, man, that housing SA, the government, no one unless you've lived here understands the battle.
100%.
You know what I mean? And like, yeah.
That's a reprimand. Like,
But she was
that's
by
what it's
herself for
like.
3 years, man.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
I can't, I was living at her place, mate.
No shit, man. Small world.
Yeah, bruv. Yeah, bruv.
Hello, Buffy. Go on.
Hey!
Storm.
One of a few issues. First off, the dog's not stray. You mentioned something about me and my crowbar and some other dickhead down there doing my shit, right?
Hey, bros, I can cut that out of the video.
Too late now, it's already been on air.
Alright,
And as
bro.
far as get all the gang shit around here and that,
I don't
That's
come
what
through
you
to make
said.
it
I
like
watched
it's
the
hard.
post, mate.
That was magpies, bros. I was like, magpies, they're gang. That's all. It's just jokes.
Trying to show people how notorious this
I
Like,
understand that. I'm not saying the one you don't
I'm not
agree
coming
with.
through trying to be like I'm a tourist in this. Like, I'm not trying to be like that.
So you're causing trouble in some ways, eh?
Yeah, right. Well, I'll try my absolute best, you know what I mean, to keep it all
Well,
G-rated.
you should have talked to the people here instead of just going through. You should talk to some people.
Yeah,
Like,
fair-
'cause you knocked
fair,
on my front
fair.
window one day and said you were a dog,
Well, I asked
dog
him-
protector or something like
I
that.
didn't
yeah?
know what the camera
Or
was for, but I asked him what he's not doing, and like,
what was it you-
I thought it was a stray, and then I realised he was tied up on a lead, and I even said that.
Said it.
You agreed fucking
We don't
walk
want-
with those or some shit. And fucking,
Turn you into an empty.
you're a
Fuck
fucking,
around. Hey?
yeah? So, look,
Yeah, bro.
like
I
that,
know who
mate.
you are. You dad. I know.
You
I know
know?
since he was a little kid. Yeah,
I saw
bro.
him inside, not
Yeah.
recently, like.
Yeah. That's why I'm being cool and that. You know what I mean? I know who you are.
Back didn't.
Yeah, I've seen the one you done there at Kilburn the other week, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, what, down Kilburn? I used to live on Miami.
I grew up in Kilburn, mate.
Oh, hell
Yeah, bro.
You fucking...
Yeah, that's like I'm like, I know who you are and
Hey,
that.
dude,
Like, you
you
know what I mean? I'm
don't
being cool and
fucking-
shit.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I
then
mean?
you go,
Like,
oh, yeah, mum was
Oh,
up to his old tricks. I don't know what he's up to his old tricks.
I swear that was Darren, man. I swear it was Darren that said
That was that dickhead up the top.
Yeah, Darren.
paint. Oh. Yeah, so what? There's pieces and shit over there, is there?
Come here, Kate. Come here for a sec. Please.
Just come through and fucking trash this joint, man. Like, full disrespectful. I don't even see that. There's a fucking, they've even sprayed the fucking tent, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Like literally, I've already got, for some reason I've got just a natural knack to be in the worst situation at the worst time and have the worst outcome on myself, yeah? But it's just because apparently I'm supposed to be getting tested through life, like constant. But the amount of shit that I've gone through here, you wouldn't even believe it. Right? That they thought, yeah, that was some fun,
the
boy.
fucking...
Yeah, and it pops down, yeah.
Cage him, man. And he
Yeah,
had a
that's-
scope on the top, it was wicked. But
That's
you
what I
know
mean. All it,
I can't fucking figure out, he's got the fucking... What's it called?
now, like your level of recording, your perseverance to get to certain spots.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's good, man. Because most people would have faded out by now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They started up like Urbex and all that sort of shit. They'll do 1 or 2 videos and then they'll drop it.
Yeah, bro.
Whether it be work commitments or
whatever.
family commitments.
Yeah, bro.
They just.
Oh.
Fucking dog. Yeah, about time your dad cops at
No, I appreciate that. You're a real one,
No,
eh?
no,
Just fucking actually, you know, noticing. No, yeah, bro.
If I was to open my mouth, man, there'd be a lot of people in jail. There'd be a lot of people
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But finding that right medium to open society's eyes to some of the levels of darkness that people experience,
Yep.
literally from birth to the day they die, that they'll never get to experience, man.
Yep.
Time I was even fucking old enough to know what being 18 and copping a criminal record was, I'd already had assault police, GBHs on police,
bro.
you name it, and that's just because of defence of myself.
Yep.
Certain situations, them picking on mates and me going, nah, that ain't right, you know what I mean? This place, at one period here, about 3 years after me moving in here, it was, in a sense, for my everyday battle with up here, it was paradise, man.
Yep.
To most people, they wouldn't have thought it was paradise, but
why
they
I've been
haven't
calling it
dealt
like
with
a
what I
lost
dealt with.
paradise.
You knock on that door, go knock on the whole street. Ask them what they've been through in the past 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I guarantee what they're going to tell you, it's going to be like,
All the opinions on
maybe a
this place
broken
is
toe, or
shady.
they had a car accident. My house has been broken into 10 times in the past
Yeah,
6 years.
yeah.
I got attacked one night at 2 o'clock in the morning as getting out of my Beamer. Clubbed in the face with a 2x4, kicked in the chin on the way down to the ground. Lucky the keys went flying into darkness. 2 weeks later, house got done over again. Spare keys gone.
You get waken up with shit like that, like I think you're stealing off them while you're asleep. Like, people are cooked, bro. Like, I get what you mean.
Oh,
Fool the fuck on.
and like, it's the whole time here, you think that it's outside people that are doing it to you.
Yeah, but
You
it's
think
everybody
people
doing
that
it
are
to each
coming
other,
here that are
mate.
doing it to you. Yeah, every now and then it's the people within it
Yeah.
that bring the trouble down upon us. I'm going to
Yeah,
take you
like-
right through in a minute.
It's hectic, man. Yeah.
Right, it was built for the army
Yeah, the
wives and
barracks.
personnel that were over
Veterans.
there cooking and cleaners, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, under here somewhere, this whole complex, there's apparently a bomb
It's all
shelter
about-
and a
tunnel
munition
shit.
shed that they covered over.
Yep.
Still got munitions in it.
Dude,
Yep.
even that unit
Know
there,
what I mean?
underneath the units, there's space underneath
Every
them. Some of them
single
have actual
unit?
like space underneath them.
That was something like with Edwardstown. I was saying about like tunnels, is that because of everyone, you know, it's not just there, it's everywhere. And like you said with the bunkers, people forget it's fucking.
This is fucked up. This motherfucker was digging his way to Narnia, bro, I swear. This motherfucker, I'm short as fuck, bro, watch this shit, yeah? What the that motherfucker? You know what I mean? This motherfucker had a rake under here and shit. You know what I mean? Whatever he was cranking under, there's some goblin.
That's
And that's in every single one of them.
Yeah.
Every one of them has that. Maybe not that hectic, but apparently there's rumors going around that people would dug tunnels from unit to unit when they were selling gear here back in the fucking late 90s, early 2000s. I can tell you there's some dark fucking situations here that ain't never going to come to light. The cops are never going to know about, right? No one's ever going to speak about it. Why? Because you put yourself in a situation. And that's something that's we're going to have to live with for the rest of our life, you know what I mean? One dude got stabbed in the throat for a 25 bag, bro. Right? That fella that you've seen on one of the latest ones that you just done?
Yeah.
Right? He said that someone died over a 25 bag?
Yeah.
That old lady? This fella rocked up to pay his deck and got stabbed in the throat.
That's hectic.
You know what I mean? Like, I used to go around here and cook people like once a week, like pasta bakes, tuna mornay and shit like that, because I know they can't afford it and they don't know how to cook. You know what I mean? Meagering is the best way they know. So I'd take it around, and after a while, you could see people were just like, it wasn't so much a gift to them, it was a given. You got to give it. You know what I mean? And I didn't mind that at first, but when you realise that that's 1% of your everyday transactions with them, yet they put that energy into everything. Every single thing they come in contact with, like all of that shit out there is mine, bro. That's all come from my house. You know what I mean? I don't know who to start hammering them all.
Yeah.
So I just got to let it go. I got to walk away. Like, that's. I've been rattled for the past 48 hours after first signing it, man, because I'm looking at my kids' shit. You know what I mean? I'm looking at things that have taken me like fucking years of me accumulating it to be able to get to that standard, bro. And now look at it. It's sitting in the fucking trash bin waiting for them to cut it off and go get a shot. It's
And that's something you only experience living in these blocks.
That's right. Don't get me wrong. Oh, who came up here and done some rap, but
Oh, Fansy. Fans has been up here.
Yeah. He's my little G. Now, this here, sitting like this, you'd think that how many times coppers drive past here every single fucking day, right? They suss at every entrance. They're looking at everybody's windows because they've got to keep a ratio up. They've got a quota to fill. Yeah. Where are they? Look at what's happened here. I spoke to a tradie here once. I was like, bro, like, he was actually doing downstairs. I was like, bro, you've been in there for the past 4.5 hours. Like, sounding like you're building yourself a bridge, man. What the fuck are you building there, yeah? He's like, bro, to be honest, I'm just chilling some time. I'm killing some time. Like, what do you mean? He's like, well, on this block, just me alone, I've got over 1,000 different fucking jobs I need to do, yeah? Now, I've already been paid for those jobs. Whether this place is getting fucking emptied or filled, I've still got to do those jobs because I've been paid for them. I've got a quota. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why they're dragging this out. Yeah. They've already paid for these jobs and paid these tradies to get this stuff done, right? Not planned out the whole renovation or anything like that. They've just gone spur of the moment, right, we're going to kick everybody out, give them a replacement, but we're still going to let the tradies go in there and do the job and restock the copper for the junkies to come and steal every single fucking day. Yeah. Every day, bro. Like, when I was in here, I was here for... let's see, the last 6 months alone, one of my mates would come and knock on my door, yeah? One of them. So every foot pass that came through my fucking hallway or I heard trekking outside, I knew they were either here for an earn or they were here for a deal. Yep. How fucked is that? You might think it's for a neighbour or might think it's for you. Once you get into that pattern, there's only 2 fucking reasons for people to come here these days. Yeah. If anything, you live here. Apart from that, you're like, at unit now, right? I'm telling you, you're lucky you didn't venture in there, bro. Because these ones that are empty, you know how you got that Telegram and fucking.
Oh yeah, the secret messengers.
They've organised deals, right? Make it look all legit.
Yeah, bro.
You've got verified fucking users and all that sort of shit, right? And then lo and behold, you come in, think you're rocking up to a legit address. You walk in, there's a couch. Now the couch they pinch from upstairs.
Yeah.
All the small things they've gone and rustled around from around here.
Full trap house.
Bam, you're getting fucked over.
Yep.
You're getting robbed, you're getting bashed, you're getting stabbed. And if
hey, Buzz.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, you coming?
And if you're like us, bro, you sense that energy instantly.
Oh, immediately, bro. I'm like, nah, I'm not fucking stupid, mate.
So, that used to be the community room, bro. They used to have a pool table, table tennis table. Used to be able to come here, watch the fucking AFL and the grand finals, you name it, man. And only a couple of months before the place got broken into,
yeah, because you get a few dickheads come ruin it all.
That's what I mean. It's the people that live here, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard. Lately, it's been the people that have been travelling through, right? But the majority of the 6 years that I've been here.
Before, when everybody was here, yeah.
Right, whether she takes her time or she decides to pop out right then and there, but she comes out eventually, right? And 9 times out of 10, when I got dumped out from my car, it was someone that was living in here.
Yep.
Right, they were jealous. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I just started molding back in life. I started getting myself back to norms again.
And that puts a target on you.
That's
yeah,
right,
bro.
I was out every day with my puppy going to the beach and shit like that, and that caused jealousy. Jealousy ends up causing resentment. Resentment ends up going to action. You know what I mean?
And you were saying before you
my free to use
had the free to use gym. You set that up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like 9 times out of 10, I was out here every single morning, man. But when I came out here, they literally snapped off that pin, and there was one on the other side, and they snapped that off, so I couldn't even lock it again. You know what I mean? Like they made it so yeah, it's just fucked, man. Cause like it could be a really connected, well vibing community in here if people actually gave it that chance and just let go of their shit characteristics. Like I was saying, so obviously we all know who lives here, yeah. And if you're watching this video, then you obviously know people that live in here. Look at the way they live. You seen my end of the block, like back a couple of months ago. This is like this all the time, bro.
Yep.
And happy to live in such a standard.
Yep.
That it ends up turning the rest of the surrounding area into that standard too.
Yep.
And I was stupid. Stupid thinking that a free 2 years gym is gonna fucking like
help everybody out. Yeah, bro.
It's
Yeah.
just an earn for someone. Like,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But yeah, it's got stuff this one. We've got pieces all through in here, bro. One of the last times my house got really broken into, it fucked me up that badly, bro, that I couldn't sleep in there anymore.
Yeah.
So I was out here sleeping just there in my Beamer most nights, right, with my puppy in the passenger seat. And then one night I get woken up by Ambos and Fireys smashing on my window because all of this is on fire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right, there was a dude squatting in there who assaulted one of the other residents' partner. Right, so he's come and set it on fire. Not like admitting the truth to himself that he beats her every day.
Yeah.
Like me and my puppy almost got scorched because of their bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. All of these here were filled with shit and just junk, man. But yeah, they smashed it out, man.
Yeah, the tent's just gone crazy in
Right,
here.
it's all through here. Look at them. To be honest, I want to know which paint shop they done over.
The amount of paint, bro, yeah.
Like thousands, even in the laundry here. They smashed it.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I know. Love it, eh? But see, like eventually, this is what I want to start setting up as well. I want to set up like a little spot where not just youth, but adults can come. There's free to use walls. You know what I mean? I'll find a public grant or a public initiative to try and get some paints up and some like well, basically anything that will get youngins into art. Right? These days, you know the energy they're all watching that trap music, the abbreviated slang and all of that sort of shit.
It's not even Australian anymore, is it?
It's not. But this is.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's a losing art. So if someone doesn't start creating something where people can go learn for free or go and smash it out on a wall with their own paint, or even if they want to put in for the paint that's on stock, then they can go there, smash it out, it lasts for months, and then it gets cleaned for the next person. You know what I mean? You come up, you put, even if you put $100 back in, like $1, like a gold coin donation just to be able to clean the wall, well then that's gone to the next person who's going to come down here and learn.
Yeah, no.
I've got a few more things. I'm struggling sorting it out down there, man.
Oh, mate,
To be honest. Right. You know what? He's standing there talking to me about people into my house and he's doing shit. That tech came straight from mine. It's out of my fishing gear. Nah, man, it's all out of my fishing gear, bro. Easy. Rough stuff. And Aura that just follows me, that just constantly hit with a test and trial and mistake after mistake, bro. And so I want nothing but good for them.
Yep.
And I get nothing but fucking shrouded looks and looked at like a stain on the planet. The thing is, they wouldn't care about the story. It's not that they don't know the story, they wouldn't care about it. That's the thing. Like here, you get fucking cast with a view, and the second you get cast with that view, man, I'll tell you what, you even go to Marion. People know that we live at this block.
Yep.
Somehow they know we live at this block. They can just feel that energy.
Yeah.
It's like it's translucent to them.
Yeah.
Until it's right in front of them. Why? Like, seriously, the government, they build a place like this and they don't sit there with their mind and think, hang on, we've got 108 units. Just say 10% of them are criminal intent, and the other 90% are everyday people. Give it 10 years, that's going to be 20% criminalistic.
Yeah.
You give it, it's been here since 1952.
Yeah, bro.
We're now 2025, man. That's what?
70 years.
77 years,
Yeah,
something
bro.
like that, right? It started off all GQ and smooth for the army. Does it look that way now?
Yeah.
Could you think that the army had ever stepped in here and housed their people in here?
100%.
Ever? You're not sitting there and going, oh man, fucking, I wish shit could change, you know what I mean? I wish people could open their eyes and just sitting back.
Sometimes you got to open their fucking eyes.
Right.
Yeah,
and
bro.
the only way to do it is by getting onto your feet, opening your door, going out there like you're doing right now,
Yep.
and showing it in raw view.
Yep.
Because they're not going to send out TV cameras here and do it in a raw view. They're going to
No.
make the presenter and the reporter look nice. When, like I said, man, lately it's only been maybe 2% of the elements that are here out of the whole 100 of it. The rest of us we just want to live our lives. Want our neighbours to live their life, have a good life. And not inflict our life with any bad energy. But now, bro, like, you ask anyone that lived here and they will tell you straight out, they'll never, ever put themselves in a place like this again.
Ever again.
Ever. This was a dog that was here, lived up above my mate over here, right? So that's his name, the old resident. That was here, like, this has apparently been here for like 10, 12 years now.
Yeah, right.
Right, like, the bloke didn't know it was here until like only about 2 years ago. So people have been looking at
Like
him.
a decade.
And the bloke hadn't even had a clue. Oh, the second I stepped off the block, I was so good, bro. It's so good, you know what I mean? It's just like, you step back on this block.
It's an energy that's here. Yeah, bro.
All of these
Yeah, bro.
past 70 odd years worth of violence,
Yeah,
darkness,
man.
deceit, lies and bullshit is sunk into this ground, bro.
100%.
And
100%.
I found something out not too long ago, but do you realise that this block is built on an ancient Aboriginal burial ground?
Doesn't surprise me.
Right?
Doesn't
It's the
surprise me,
energy.
bro.
And,
Yeah.
and they think it's okay to house 108 units here.
Yeah.
Like, man, go back to school. Shit. They weren't born with common sense, I swear to God, man. They were born with a common want for money. That's all this place is revenue. Like I said to you before, man, I can't walk past one person right out there on a general day that hasn't experienced like we've experienced in life without them looking at me like I'm a piece of shit. The coppers bashed me about 6 years ago, smashed out the front of my teeth with a baton, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because I had one fucking warrant and it was a constable copper that decided to come up and grab me from behind. I didn't think he was a copper, so I've thrown him over my shoulders, mate.
Yeah.
Bam, I'm getting smashed on the floor. I had to get all of these reconstructed. So this one here was Scoop fucking skateboard Steve the Gronk. You carrying it? Nah. Is there blood still over the floor? Yeah, there's blood still all over the floor. It's not like I've got fucked up in here. Like yeah, basically at least every block here you'll find a story like this. Oh, so that's what I was going to show you. We'll go have a look at the one that you were going to get invited into. Yeah, that's like it's just like, what are they called? Pop-up stools? Well, this is the pop-up trap.
The pop-up trap.
Right. You got drive-bys? Well, this is our block version of that, though. They'll drive by here, pick a flat, and then you're fine. I'll tell you up. None of these walls have a piece of copper on it. None.
Yeah, been stripped.
Stripped. Even the power fucking things have been rotted. If there's no power going through them, why? Because they turned the mains off, and then they cut all the fucking power wiring. It's like... So, this one here, eh?
Yeah, bro. This unit here, after dark, where I was getting invited in, we're gonna go suss it out.
So the poor bloke that used to live in here was a decent bloke, bro. You know what I mean? Like fucking, in general sense, if you went to school with him, you'd think there's something a little bit wrong with him because he's quiet, he's very articulated, but he hasn't got that cool personality to him, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You hear the things that he talks about, and you look at him like he's a bit of a geek, right? Yeah, the most fucking genuine heart, this lad, right? Yeah, the piece of shit they keep across here is constantly breaking into a poor kid's house, right?
Yeah, so that room there was the room that they were trying to call me into when I come here for my after dark EP. Mattress laid out in there and all. Like the fuck.
Upstairs, I came around doing laps one day, found someone laying here upside down with his pants around his fucking ankles, bro. And his mate's out there on the phone just buzzing around like flies. Right, just started a hot shot. So this is the one that you were going to find into, bro. Right now.
Bits everywhere all over there.
This is what I mean, like fucking. And I feel sorry for the cleaners that have to say send into these places to clean up.
Hey.
I think the one upstairs that's blue. Yeah, this one. Everywhere, bro. Like, I mean, the biggest puddle, bro. It was the biggest puddle. So, and coals were coming out of here for fucking hours on end, bro. Hours on end. Look at it, spraying.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, fucking, and I still don't know what happened here. No one does. You know what I mean? But this went, like, coppers were coming in and out of here for hours with fucking evidence and shit, bro. Hours.
And then nothing on the news either.
Nothing.
Yeah, bro.
Nothing, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Absolute bullet, man.
Keeping it all hush.
That's like deep. That's deep fucking engagement. That's not white blood. That's deep fucking claret. And it's like, fuck, man. Yeah, I don't even fucking want to. And it's like back in mind, man. It's the hardest thing about trying to get that under wraps in it at the moment, man. Is I'm looking at my kids' shit. I'm looking at shit that's fucking taken me years to build up and to create. And there's pieces of shit outside, sleeping in my tent, in my clothes, in my shoes, using my shit. Bro, like, that's what I mean, the level of dumb cunts that live here. He goes in, rorts my shit, and then comes out and talks to me and thinks it's okay. But like I said, I can't fucking go backwards.
I hear ya, bro.
Everything out there, bro, that I'm pointing
It's crazy how the same shit happens in all these fucking blocks, you know what I mean?
I'm saying make it, bro, so God. Right,
it's by design, bro,
they'll
yeah.
put a certain percentage here of everyday people, right? But they'll be everyday people, not like them everyday people.
Yeah.
Everyday people that like can't speak English, or everyday people that are interstaters or young families, right?
Yep.
People that are vulnerable in a sense, right? They look like they're solid and strong as a network, but you put them here, after 5 years, man, they would have been put through some shit if not given in.
100%, man.
Right? And that's the thing, housing SA, they know they're fucking doing it, right? Because if they didn't, they'd have to be the biggest dumb cunts on the planet.
Yeah, bro.
Because I can see it, and I'm not the most intelligent motherfucker, and they got degrees.
And you can drive past and fucking see it without even having to, you know what I mean? Like,
What, man?
and you still get dickheads that will look at it and just say like, oh, but.
And everybody that parks their cars here, bro.
Yeah, I said in
for
the.
a walk down the Coles and shit, man, they're looking at me like, look, this bitch. Quick off the car, let's go quick. Energy of their foot on the accelerator, they're waiting for that gap so they can take off.
Yeah.
As they're taking off, they're locking their doors like I'm going to carjack them.
Yeah.
It's like, man, the insecurity of people because of this block.
Yeah.
See, look.
You're like a cool drug dealer.
Wow, that's new. That's new, Bob. No, it's up to you if you want to go back in there, man, but fuck. So I've got to go around the front, pick up two more of my bags that I've stuck in there, and I can't stay on the floor.
Yeah, bro. No, that's good. We'll fucking you, like I said, you've done it really well. Just like articulating, like addressing the real issues. You know what I mean? From a perspective of somebody who's actually like been here, living here, trying to do the righty. Do you know what I mean? And it's like all the shit and the adversities that are going on. And I like the way you are, your energy and shit too. Like I said when I met you, he's the people who hit me up, and I'm sure a lot of them, you know, mean it too. But I just think, bruh, until I see you, and I don't want to just go meet everybody, energy's a big thing to me. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, I got to click with you.
Through their type, bro, the energy, they just want to be on camera.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, the clout ones, yeah, bro, 100%.
They just want to get down with you because they think you're going somewhere.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? They don't want to actually open the eyes. They don't want you to know about it, or they don't want other people to know about what's going on.
And that's it.
They're not going to want the general society to know the truth and their fuck-ups.
100%.
Right? So if we don't start voicing it now, man, then it will get swept under. They must be dull up here sometimes in life because they go, oh, it's beautiful, it's a city of churches. They don't realise there's 142 churches just in Adelaide's general district, right?
Yeah.
Every single church has to have a fucking burial grounds for the members of that congregation to be buried with their church, bro. How many fucking graveyards are riddled out there with fucking God knows how many people in surrounding actual Adelaide?
Yeah.
You don't see them. The government don't tell you where they're going.
Yeah.
Right, but I guarantee, man, there's millions of people out there that are unnamed, unknown, and
100%.
just fucking dropped in holes, bro.
Yeah.
Right, man. It's the city of
Yeah. And that's it. And that's why even doing this content, and as much as people fuck with it, I think they see that I'm like walking that line, bro, where it's like I'm showing this, but I'm not stepping over the line because, like you said, it's a city of We all got that kind of code.
That's right.
So
And
it's doing
if
that
you
without,
come from that life,
yeah,
then,
bro.
then that's kind of like, that's the way you got to live your life. But when it
Yeah.
comes to elements like this, man, it's not being.
There's a certain element
it's
of
not being
rawness.
a fucking
Yeah, bro.
tattletale or a fucking kid
Nah,
or
bro,
shut your
100%,
mouth, I don't care
100%.
if you're my neighbour and you're rooting kids or not. Man, you can't be like that anymore. People
Yeah.
have got to start being the men that they're supposed to be. Like, you know what I mean? It's f***ed up, bro. These people, those sort of class of people, whether it be coppers, anyone that's got that sort of energy in life, the snakes, man.
Yeah.
They're snakes. They come out with that hit and then they slither off.
Yeah, bro.
Right? And like that's to me, that's the most slippery, sly little motherfucker in our animal kingdom, right? Because if you lock your missus and your dog in the boot of the car and drive around Adelaide for 4 hours, mate, when you open that boot, who's going to be happy to see you? Not your
The
missus.
dog. Yeah, bro.
Both, bro.
Yeah. And judging by the amount of blood that was in that room up there, like, I'd say, and then they had fucking detectives coming in and out, he said, man, I'd say there was a body up there. Like, you didn't hear about nothing like that on the news. They just got fits lying around fucking everywhere, bro. Gotta be heaps careful where I step. This whole John's fucking trash, bro. Our water systems has been pulled out everywhere. Bro, it smells like piss. And this is what I've been going on about too. When I come into these areas and I'm saying about them being notorious, this is the first time I'm giving you a real inside look. Like, you've had a real inside look to what these blocks actually are like. I've been keeping it really G-rated, and I'm sick of people always telling me in the comments that, oh, it's not that bad, this and that. Like, I've been stressing this over and over. The way I'm showing it's so G-rated, like, I've been leaving so much said and shown out of the EPs because I'm not wanting to create like a hype or anything. Seeing all of what you see through this block, it just really, and what the guys have been saying, just adds so much context to what it is I've been going on about. This is the same that's going on across every block in the state. So like what we were saying with Stephen too is what they do is they slowly bring out people, I want to say better, they bring out the people who keep to themselves and whatnot and are a little bit more on the quiet side. They get moved out first, then they leave the rough ones here to be the remaining people who then end up trashing it like this, to the point where the government then come along and say, well, look, this can't be repaired, we've got to bulldoze it. Then it gets sold off to private investors. And this is what's been happening across all the blocks in all the housing commission suburbs across the state. And it's contributing to the housing crisis. It's contributing to all the homelessness. If not one of the biggest factors to why there's so much homelessness happening around the state right now. firebombed. And again, just gotta be so careful where I'm walking. Obviously I've got shoes on, but could get one sticking up out the ground or something. And like Stephen said too, even while it's like this, they've been contracted, they've been paid already. They keep fixing it up, so when people rip the copper pipes out and the hot water systems, they come back and replace the hot water systems and the copper pipes, even though it's like this and there's nobody here. And Stephen's story is like so many people who come from these commission blocks, who come from these commission housing, commission areas. What I'm seeing today through here, what you've seen, to me and anybody who's come from this world is not shocking in the slightest. But I know that there's a lot of people watching who this is just so far from reality that it's almost overwhelming. And that's part of what I'm trying to do with my series, is document and show some of the adversities and issues that people are having to deal with living in these areas. Like you heard Stephen at the beginning of the episode, it's impossible to level up, to elevate living in an area like this or in a block like this. It just can't be done.